These are some of the soothing techniques that I think will work with your troublesome baby or your baby with tantrums. Hey there, my name's Betty, and in this channel we talk about motherhood, creating life solution. So if you're stepping in here for the first time, kindly make sure you subscribe, watch other videos for they are related. And if you're returning subscriber, thank you for always staying tuned. Thank you for always watching the video. Thank you for always sharing. I really do appreciate. So let's just discuss this. When I talk about soothing techniques, then you know why where I'm coming from. So have a toddler who turned 4 the other day, and a newborn who's 6 months old, turning 6 months this month, and it's been crazy having both of them, especially when right now the youngest is kind of discovering himself and he kind of knows some things. So fighting for attention is one of the things, and sometimes it's happening at the same time. Sometimes you don't know how to control it because both of them need attention and they ought to get it, but then sometimes it just gets crazy and you have to factor out how to deal with both of them. And I know I'm not alone in this. I know there are a lot of parents out here trying to deal with kids with tantrums or with that calm mood. I know I'm really not alone in this. So that's why exactly we are discussing this, and I'm really hoping that you'll share your views on this because it's a lot. Yeah, we ought to just learn from each other. That's how we grow. So first thing first, why is your baby doing tantrums? You ought to find out why your baby is doing tantrums. That is the first thing that you want to do even before trying to learn about soothing technique. And that because I know that baby just didn't wake up one day and they just decided to draw tantrums. Something led to that, yeah. Though when kids are toddlers, they always are prone to do that, yeah. A lot of times. However, sometimes it's just not that; it's something else. So find out why your baby is doing tantrums. That's the first thing that you need to find out, yeah. And when you find out, kindly deal with it as fast as you can so that it just don't lead to something else. Second thing that you ought to do after finding out why the tantrums are being drawn, solve it. Yeah, solve it as fast as you can and resolve that. And then that thing that you ought to do is, yeah, respond to them whenever they are drawing tantrums, especially in the midst of drawing tantrums. Just respond. Remember, they're trying to draw tantrums so that they can create attention, that you can give them extra attention. They want that attention, but they just don't know how to express themselves and say, hey, I want attention. So that's why they draw tantrums. So you want to soothe them, you want to make them get collected and all. So respond to them. Whenever they start drawing tantrums, just give them that attention and you'll see how they behave. It changes drastic, it just changes immediately. Just give them that attention, listen to them, yeah, and then listen to them. That's something else that you ought to do. Just try as much as possible when your kids are trying to do tantrums, just listen to them, listen to what they have to say, just follow up with that conversation, see where it leads, and hopefully it does help. Another soothing technique that you can try is this is what I try of late and it's working. I try as much as possible, and when they are crying, I just tell them cry, 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 cry. Just cry. Have you finished crying? Should I help you cry? And they sometimes they'll be like, no, don't help me crying, or sometimes they just quit crying immediately. But sometimes, as crazy as they may be or sound, she'll go like, just help me cry. Yeah, so you pretend to cry and then it just ends up in laughter. Yeah, just try that. Tell them cry, and then when you cry it all finish, and then you'll be good. And funny enough, they cry, and after finishing, they are good. Yeah, thing that you ought to do to just try and soothe the baby is trying to just find them a routine. They are finding time to cry, create attention, and all that because they don't have a routine that they follow. They just do things randomly. So try find them activities that they can do so that at least at some point they don't get that time to create, to crave for attention, to create drama and all. Just find them activities. Find them a simple routine like waking up, brushing your teeth, um, having your breakfast, an activity, maybe drawing, scribbling, and then playing in between, maybe TV time later. Just something simple, especially when they're not going to school, like weekends. Yeah, find them activities that they can do so that they're busy, they don't get that time. And then something else that you ought to do is consistency with the routine that you've created. Make sure you're so consistent that they adapt to that. Yeah, so that at least in their mind it is planned that at this particular time I'm supposed to do this and this and this and this. Remember, an empty um, brain is the devil's workshop. I think that's how it's said. Yeah, so make sure they have things to do. Yeah, and be consistent so that they adapt. Be consistent enough to follow up in every single thing that they do. And once they're so close to you, they don't have time for this drama. Remember, when you need attention, you as a grown up, you'll maybe talk to somebody when the connection is not there. But when they're little, they just don't know how to express themselves. That's something else that you can try is distract and redirect. What do I mean? Find a way you can distract them and then redirect them from whatever they were doing. They were crying, maybe sitting down. Find something like maybe a toy, just distract them onto something that they love. Whichever thing that your baby loves, maybe riding the bicycle, playing with the dolls, playing house and all. Once they start crying, just be like, let's go to your house, let's play house. You'll be mother, I'll be baby, you'll be teacher, I'll be student. Use that method and it just works like magic. Just find out, just make sure whatever that you redirecting them from is what you don't like, and then you're directing them from something that they love. It really does work like magic. I really hope I'm making sense up to this point, and thank you for watching until this point. Yeah, another thing that you can do is hugging, soothing them. Yeah, just when they start doing tantrums, just call them, hug them, pat them at the back, and just hold them. Tell them you're beautiful, you are you're beautiful, you're brave. Tell them these sweet words, these words filled with wisdom and all. Just encourage them, love them, hold them. Everybody loves that. Yeah, remember, I'll still insist, they're craving for that attention because they feel they're not getting it as they should. So assure them, hug them and soothe them. Trust me, it's going to work. Once they are assured and all, they always feel connected and they don't have to draw these tantrums all and all. However, some kids just love being pampered and all. Yeah, when they love being pampered, just make sure you give them that much to an extent they just don't want it. They know they're loved and they're beautiful, and yeah, it's going to. Another thing that you ought to try and do is stay calm in the midst of these things, especially in public. This is the worst thing that I fear. I really fear a kid with tantrums in public, because you don't know how to react. You fear people are going to judge and all. Yeah, it's always crazy, and then it's at the public, they're creating tantrums and all. Try as much as this is happening to stay calm so that you can find a solution for that. Stay as calm as you can. Stay put so that you can create a solution. But if you go crazy, they're also going to get crazier and the situation is not going to be solved. I remember there's a day I carried my daughter to the shop and she just got crazy and she wanted to buy everything. So what I did that day, because I had a budget and that is what I was going to do, I just told her, you know what, we're not going to get anything, I don't have enough money. And she was like, what about milk? I said, we're not going to get milk, I don't have money. We went back home. When we got home, I told her, you know what, you'll never go to the market again because you created tantrums. Trust you me, she was like, I'll never do it again, I'm sorry and all. She was apologetic, and trust you me, and that was the turning point of everything, because from that day she's able to kind of choose, like, if she's in the market, she knows she can't get everything. If I'm going to buy her something, it has to be one and under my budget and what I want to buy for her. But before, it was like she would get whatever that she wanted, but that had to change, because okay, you don't get everything that you want every other time. Yeah, so try and stay calm when these things are happening, and it's really going to work. Also, if your baby is like mine who love being praised and all, you might as well use that as your weapon to just soothe them as much as you can. um, hold them. They want to be praised, told good things and all. Make sure you try as much as possible and do that. Whatever they love being told, whatever they love hearing and all, just make sure you practice that as much as possible on them. Also, you might want to minimize the trigger. Why is your baby always crying and wanting attention and wanting to be soothed and all? Why? Find the trigger, work on it, just minimize it. Yeah, you don't maybe actually have to do away with it, but find a way you can minimize it so that these things don't occur as often as possible. Like when they're growing, a lot is prone to happen. Sometimes you get yourself in situations that you don't also want to be. Sometimes they even are crying maybe because of something that they actually should do. Like my daughter cries when it's time to eat, and they actually should be doing that, yeah. But I am trying to find a way we can meet in the middle, yeah. You don't have to eat the whole plate. You can at least just eat half of it, and that's okay with me. Yeah, just try minimize the triggers. Find a way you can work everything around both of you, and yeah, that's a solution. You might, if you're a parent and your kid is behaving like this, you might also want to create a good environment for them. Create a conducive environment for them, and an environment where they know father, mother, kids, or mother and kids, or father and kids exist, and it should be a loving environment, caring environment. Right now, we started. I'll give you an example. We started like when I do something to her, I have to say sorry because I've wronged her. And when she does something, she's like, I'm sorry. And sometimes the brother does something, and I'm like, hey, mama, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, you didn't do it, brother did it. So brother should say sorry. Yeah. So we're trying to create an environment where if I wrong her, I can say sorry, and she should and vice versa is true, because otherwise if I blame her on some things that the brother has done, that's something else. So I'm trying to have her in an environment that's calm and conducive, an environment where she gets to learn whatever that she has to learn, an environment where she doesn't have to learn extra from her age, yeah, her age limit. Yeah, that is also on maybe animations, what kids she interacts with, whatever music she listens to, and all that. So make sure the environment is conducive so that you're not teaching them something or something is not provoking the situation uh, at any point. And then, uh, last but not least, you might also want to find a way to punish them. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to sound because we're talking about soothing techniques. Because I came to realize some of these soothing techniques, like timeout and all, don't help. You might want to create time in. That's the point now. Find as much possible time as possible, because when you create time out, these kids always feel alone or not loved that much, abandoned or something of the sort. So try create time in so often. What do I mean? Instead of pushing them away, push them towards you. Let the kids know that you love them, that you're their mother, regardless of everything, that you're going to be there. Just assure them. All they need is assurance and love. That's all they need. Just assure them and love them as much as they want to, and be there for them. Their kids. Also be an understanding parent. Don't assume that this person should be behaving some type of way because they're kids and all. Sometimes we misunderstand them. That so be the parent as you're supposed to be, and let them be the kids that they're supposed to be. Handle them like kids. Don't handle them like adults. Treat them just like the kids they are. Sometimes they're just doing things that kids should do. It's just that we don't understand, or sometimes when they do something, we're just too angry to even understand. Then later it just hit you. But actually, it's being babies. Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, hope I've made some point. Okay, I really am hoping to hear from you guys, my fellow parents. I know I'm not alone. Well, those are some of the things that I do that really are helping. And yeah, thank you, thank you. If you want to subscribe, please make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.